What would you say if you saw him?
He needs to do a better job.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, I think it's crazy how so much of our tax money and everything we're meant to be paying for goes towards this brilliant health service, but
Yeah.
it was only, 3 weeks ago I was sitting in Mayday Hospital
really?
waiting 8 hours just for a blood test.
Oh, really?
And that is after I had a drug episode, so I was actually on urgent care.
Yeah.
And they still couldn't see me for another 8 hours. To be honest, if I have something come up with me, I don't bother going to the hospital.
Obviously, the majority of people, in fact, every person that we've gone up to on the streets of Liverpool today does not recognise who Steve Barclay is. Are you surprised? You were one of those people.
Yeah, no, I am not surprised in the slightest. He's another of the Tory ministers who's in the job for a couple of weeks and probably won't be for much longer. It's hard to keep track.
I knew he was a politician by the way the photograph was, the way they are, the dress. But apart from that, I knew he was a politician just by looking at the photograph.
I mean, obviously, you've had 13 years of, a massive slash in real term per person funding in the NHS, and you can see the sort of dire consequences of that. In terms of, where to point the blame, I think ultimately you've got a system which regards healthcare, not as a human right as it should be. It's up to the whims of a system which increasingly is unable and unwilling to provide an adequate level of healthcare for the population, especially for the poorest sections.
I just think it's horrendous because people can't get, I'm disabled and I couldn't get an appointment with the hospital for anything. Now you've got a pensioner. They're never going to get there and get the things met by the National Health Service, and they were part of establishing the National Health Service.